Hello fellow chartists, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Chartist, and today we had a pretty bullish day, overall bullish day in the SPY, but it wasn't bullish until towards the end of the day, which made the morning and the noontime pretty tough to trade, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But first, you're looking at the flow sentiment. This is the flow sentiment. It's bearish right now. 39% into calls, 61% into puts. This is filtered for the 200K premium or above. Okay, so despite the bullish price action, yes, I consider this bullish price action overall. Okay, and that's not the most bullish, but it's overall bullish price action. Despite that, a lot of big money is still biased to the downside. Okay, so let's recap. So what you're looking at right here is my Discord, and I post my plan every morning. So the plan today, 447, 450, 452, next targets. Those are my targets. If we get any selling, and if any sells hit, support is 443 to 444 zone. And below 443 had support around 439 to 440 zone. And if that failed, below which starts a hard sell. Okay, so I would have been bearish if that support failed. All right, so we're looking at a 15-minute chart of the SPY right now. And right here, this is the 9:30 candle. This is where the market opened. It opened right at 443.93. So these red lines right here, these two red lines, that's between 443 to 444. So within that line was my support zone. So pretty much as you can see, it just moved and based and was choppy for most of the morning here inside the support zone. This candle right here closed the gap on the daily chart, which we're going to talk about. Okay, it washed below 443 for a little while, recaptured, and towards the end of the day, we moved up. Okay, I think we had some catalysts from FOMC. All right, so pretty much we hit our target of 447. Unfortunately, we didn't hit 450 or 452. And using the support zone, if you use it correctly, was, I hope it helped. All right, remember, false breakdowns are bullish. A false breakdowns when it breaks down from a support line. So that red line is support line. And if it breaks down, and instead of going down lower, it recaptures. Get a strong reaction, something like this. Okay? Yep, so pretty good day in the Discord, I think, overall. This one right here is when I let the group know, okay? FOMC minutes at 2 p.m. All right? Will be we'll decide, be a catalyst to head up to our price targets. Okay, that was at 2 p.m. And I was telling them in this one to just stay bullish to the upside unless support is lost. That's the only time I would, switch sentiment, is if the price action told me so. When the support level is lost, that's pretty bearish. Anyways, this is a daily chart. And the reason I told you guys I was bullish yesterday was because we recaptured the 200-day moving average. Okay, we broke down. And usually, remember like a couple weeks ago when I used to talk about back test and go, is when we lose a support level, which would be this 200-day moving average, for example. And we back test it as a resistance, because above it, that level is support. So below it, we want to back test it and treat it like a resistance. And then we can head down lower. But in this case, this was recaptured. So that's why I was bullish yesterday. False breakdown is one of for me, it's a really bullish trade setup. And I really like it. It's one of my favorites. And today we saw some follow through. All right. SPY did, as I said earlier in the intraday recap, SPY did spend some time below the 200-day moving average, and you can see with this wick right here, looks like it closed the gap. All right, so gap close on SPY. See follow through. 200-day moving average continues to hold. So 447. The reason why that was a target was this blue trend line here. Okay, this blue trend line connects the March 2020 low to other lows from previous years. Okay, I mentioned that trend line many times. So that's 447. We got some selling pressure there. Okay, so for tomorrow, we want to continue to see follow through for the bulls. Obviously, we want to see the 200-day moving average continue to hold. All right, because if it breaks and we lose it, that's bearish. The only reason why I'm bullish right now is because that level has been recaptured. So if we lose it, then I would switch over to bearish, and we can ride it down to the next support level, which is 439 to 440. Okay, so you see these two white lines. I'll change the color so you can see them better. I'll change it to purple. Okay, because I got a lot of lines, but look at these two purple lines. All right, so SPY's overall still trading within a trend. It's still chopping within this trend. We had a false breakdown here, recaptured it by gapping up and recapturing the 200-day moving average as well. Okay, so a bunch of false breakdown scenarios. All right, which is why I'm biased to the upside. So we want to see SPY break above this this blue trend line. Okay, so tomorrow, the level for it tomorrow is 447. 447.7. Okay, so SPY above 447.7. Write this down if you have to. It's bullish. Okay, and maybe we could see it break down from this yellow resistant line again. Okay, this yellow resistant line starts from the high of January 4th to the high of January 13th. Had a false breakout recently on February 9th. So we can try to break out from that again. Okay, so recapture the blue trend line above 47.7. Possibly break out here. The level for that is 449.25. And then finally, maybe we can hit my price target that I've been having around 450. Okay, that's the 50% retracement level. It's actually 450.44. Okay. All right, and obviously above that, I would be more confident in probably testing all-time highs again. Okay, so just but we're gonna play it level by level. Okay, so watch how it reacts at 447.7 tomorrow, around that level. Okay, a strong rejection there is bearish. If we lose the 200-day moving average again, that's bearish. Okay, that's just bearish scenarios that we need to watch out for. All right, and play it level to level. I don't recommend going for home runs, but you know, you do what you feel is best. Okay, whatever risk you're willing to take. Everybody's, you know, is willing to take the different risk level. Everyone's risk level is different. Okay, take a look at the VIX. VIX lost another critical support level. It just lost the 61.8 retracement level, 24.97. Okay. So, and it's running into the 13-day moving average, that green line right now as support. That's at 23.86. So watch tomorrow. If VIX loses the 13-day moving average, if it breaks below, that puts the 50-day moving average in play. It's currently at 22. And below that, if you're bullish on VIX, your last chance would be this pink line right here, because I got VIX in this triangle pattern right now. So your last chance would be at 20.99. If VIX drop below 20.99, that's a breakdown of this triangle pattern. Okay, that's very bearish price action. A bearish VIX would be a bullish SPY. All right, so to be bullish on VIX again, it needs to recapture 24.97, get back above that, and possibly break above the 5-day moving average. That was a tough resistance for it today. The 5-day moving average is currently at 25.91. Okay, so watch for those levels. VIX is above that. All right. Could see more upside up to 27.69, and maybe a test of this resistant trend line right here of the triangle pattern. All right, and if VIX starts moving up, that could be a bearish warning for SPY. Okay, something to keep in mind. That's what I got for SPY and VIX. This is Triple Q. Triple Q, as you can see here, is in breakout mode. Okay, so the level that needs to hold for tomorrow is 353.96. That's his yellow trend line. Okay, I had a false breakout February 9th, false breakdown on Valentine's Day. Now it's giving us a breakout. Will this breakout hold? Okay, so 353.96 must hold level. If that fails, that's a false breakout, extremely bearish. Okay, we have some resistance at the 13-day moving average, currently at 358.2, and then a big resistant level at 361. Above that is very bullish, obviously, and then it'll put the 200-day moving average in play. That will be an extremely big test for the Triple Q. If Triple Q gonna show any sign of being bullish again, it needs to get back above that level, and the 200-day is currently at 367. Okay, all right. So right now we gotta treat it as a breakout trade setup. Okay, so watch for the breakout to either retrace and hold or a false breakout. Okay, so act accordingly. False breakout is bearish. All right, if the breakout level holds, that's bullish. Dow Jones, unlike QQQ, Dow Jones is not getting a breakout. It attempted the breakout, okay, and it got a rejection right at the 200-day moving average. Okay, so it backtested the 200-day moving average, and it's treating that 200-day moving average as a resistance. Not a good sign, and it's failing to break out of this yellow trend line right here. Okay, so for me to be bullish on Dow Jones, because I'm bearish right now, for me to be bullish on the Dow Jones, it has to break above 350.4. 350.64. That's currently where the 200-day moving average. It has to recapture it. If it recaptures it, I will switch my sentiment on Dow Jones to bullish. All right, because as I said with SPY, the recapture 200-day moving average is bullish. Okay, but if it continues to treat it as resistant, I will continue to be bearish and possibly see more downside. Next support is at 345.92, and then the big one down here at 340.35. Okay, nice juicy move to the downside, but watch the price action. Let it guide you. Don't be biased too much to one side. Okay, we got IWM still in this rising wedge. Okay, rising wedge usually bearish. Okay, but we have to wait for the breakdown. Okay, other than that, we'll play it level to level. Tomorrow's price support, critical support, will be right here on this blue line at 206. All right, 206 must hold. IWM below 206 tomorrow is a breakdown. It's going to start breaking down from this rising wedge. All right, that's bearish. But as long as they hold, 207.8 is the price target. And then that should put 211.6 in play, which is the resistant line of this rising wedge. Okay. And yeah, if it can break above 212.5, that's a 61.8 retracement level. And this trend line, this fallen trend line right here, it's been a trend line since the high of November and the high of January 4th. Okay, obviously a breakout above 212.5 is extremely bullish for the IWM. That's still possible, but remains to be seen. Okay, that would be the big test. With a rejection there, it's obviously bearish. Okay, and a breakdown of this wedge is bearish. So watch out for those scenarios before we jump to conclusions. Okay, so as of right now, still bullish on IWM. Short term, 207.8 in play, then 211.5, then 212.5. All right, Tesla, as you can see right here, the green line is this falling wedge. Got in a falling wedge, as you can see. But we also have a triangle pattern that Tesla is dealing with, and it's testing it, and you're seeing some selling pressure. So it's knocking on the door. Let's see if it knocks on it again. Okay, so Tesla above 924.55, that's a resistant level tomorrow. If Tesla can break above that level, 924.55, it'll put 951 in play. Okay, 951 is the 38.2 retracement level. If it breaks back below 899, all right, that will mean it's falling back within the falling wedge. That's a false breakout scenario and very bearish. Okay, there's support at 890, then 871, 870.5. Okay, bulls will have their last chance there as far as this triangle pattern goes. Okay, because that will be a breakdown, and we possibly could see more downside, probably some new lower lows. Okay, but I will be bullish above 924.55 up till 951 price target, and above that we'll put 1,000 back in play. That's Tesla. This is Bitcoin. As you can see here, I'm zoomed out here, starting from the October lows, connected to July 2021 low. As you can see here, we had a test here on January 9th, but we lost it on January 21st, I think. Okay, now let's zoom in a bit to see what is going on. So that white trend line has been around. It's a multi-year trend line. We lost it there. Recaptured here on February 6th and February 7th. We recaptured. Went up to this retracement level around 44.1K. Found some resistance. Came back and tested this trend line, this white trend line, multi-year trend line as a support. and we broke back above, and we're back above this retracement level, 44.1K. All right, so it's battle now at this resistance level. We need Bitcoin above 44.1K to be bullish and put the next level, the next price target, 53.6 and K, 53.6K in place. Excuse me. All right. If Bitcoin loses this trend line again, though, the support for that trend line right now is at 42.7K. If it loses that trend line, that is a multi-year support. Both has served as support and resistance level. Okay, so if we lose that trend line again, that is a big deal. It'll be a red flag for bulls. Okay, red flag, because it's getting very bearish. All right, guys, so that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all soon.